colleagues before spoke a lot about decisions that were made by Verkhovna Rada early this week, including the banking laws, which was the key issue for the IMF program in Ukraine, and it was really the most important for the IMF because it showed whether the government is really interested in making like all stakeholders equal, or it will still continue with this oligarch influenced policies. Like, we hope that this law will be passed in second reading early next week, and together with the law on opening farmland market and the law and the corrected budget law for 2020 that should be pre-approved by the IMF, it will be enough to have the new IMF program for Ukraine, and it is in fact prerequisite of this scenario of -4, -5% of real GDP growth in Ukraine this year. Otherwise, we could have a full financial catastrophe, as we have not only $5 billion of external debt repayments this year, but we also expect a much larger budget deficit. In the last years, we had a budget deficit of approximately 2% of GDP, which is rather like good and conservative fiscal policy. However, this year we expect that it could be much higher. Even a very responsible National Bank is saying that budget deficit could be up to 8% of GDP this year, and it could be up to 8% of GDP this year because of decline in tax revenues, because of economic decline and quarantine measures, and certainly expenditures could also be much higher because of additional healthcare expenditures, because of expenditures on unemployment benefits, on social assistance, etc. So we understand that like having IMF program is the only scenario for Ukraine, and like this conditionality should be fulfilled by the next week. The latest, as in May, we will have the first big wave of external debt repayment, including $1 billion repayment of bonds that were issued under the state guarantee of the United States, and not repaying these bonds will be a very good idea. And the second wave will be in September. So like, we expect that this IMF program will be much larger than it was previously designed. It should be up to $10 billion with that should be front loaded for this year, like end of April, and then the second tranche by the beginning of September, to help going on with external debt repayments, and also financing additional expenditures and budget deficit in this and next months because of fighting coronavirus.